If you sit a lot, have really tight upper back, unfortunate posture, maybe you're a desk worker or like me, a healthcare worker, or maybe you're just looking to open up your chest, build stronger shoulders, this is for you. Hey friend, welcome back to Wild Coast Pilates. My name is Danny. We're on Quaggill First Nations territories today, and we're gonna do a workout just for the upper body. Gonna try to keep it short and sweet. I'm using a flat resistance band of medium resistance. This being said, you can honestly do it without, and you can also do it holding a weight or wrist weight or even a water bottle instead if you don't have a band or a weight accessible to you. Also, depending on how your shoulders feel, you might not want to use anything at all. So whenever you're ready, throw on your favorite playlist, grab some water, meet me on your mat. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so we're just gonna start warming up our shoulders. We're gonna find comfortable seated position, whether that's with your legs in front of you, maybe a yoga block or a pillow under your tush. You can sit cross-legged or on your heels like me. We're just gonna start by having our arms out, and we're gonna start to trace some big circles back. So rather than thinking it's my fingertips that are painting every corner of the room, I'm just gonna move my mic here because it's gonna start to rub and make noise. Can you instead think about it's the shoulder capsule that is reaching up, around, and back? Beautiful. Now my palms are facing in towards each other. As I reach up, I start to hit the roadblock up above me, and that's when I start to twist my hands out. And then they start to face back in towards each other as they are behind me. Beautiful. Now while we're doing this, can we think about sitting tall on our sits bones? We're lengthening through the crown of the head as if you want to decompress the vertebrae. Gorgeous. And I'm slowly starting to draw my belly button up and in towards the back of the heart space. So you keep going with this movement for your shoulders, but if I were to show you from the side here, think you want to inhale, or sorry, I think you want to draw your belly button up and in as if you're pulling it away from the waistline of your pants. Gorgeous. Doing a few more like this. And we're going to switch directions. So palms face forward. I'm reaching my fingers away from me. I start to scrape the floor behind me. As I reach behind, I'm going to hit that roadblock, start to rotate my palms away from each other, reach it up as if I want to touch my knuckles together, up and forward. Beautiful. You guys keep going. I'm just dealing with multiple layers of clothes and a microphone that likes to flop around, which I know probably doesn't sound great for you. Forever the struggle, I tell you. You can aim for perfection. Never happens. It's fun. I teach my Pilates business is basically run out of the back of my car. There's a studio space in town where I teach, but I also teach in a variety of different settings throughout the community in the North Island. So I'm always scrambling around with my baskets. I'm known for my baskets. Here comes Danny with her baskets and my duffel bag full of stuff. And no matter how much I try to always plan, be organized, be ready, be perfect, I always forget something. There's always something. It's just life, isn't it? Beautiful. From here, we're going to reach our arms open, bring them together. Fingertips tap. Tap the wall behind you. Fingertips tap. Beautiful. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm going to turn to the side here for a minute. What I'm not doing, you guys keep going with that, is flexing through my spine as I move my arms, okay? My spine is nice and long. My ribs are tucked in towards each other, and it's just the shoulders and the arms that are moving. Gorgeous. Oh, what a beautiful sunny morning. It's actually warming up, so hopefully I can ditch a couple of layers soon. Gorgeous. Beautiful float plane just took off not too long ago. That's fun. Gorgeous. Now from here, I'm going to go palms to the sky, pinkies tap, thumbs to the wall. Pinkies tap, thumbs to the wall. Beautiful work. Now the tide is kind of out this morning. Perfect condition for filming. Not so perfect for seeing a humpback, but there was a humpback here earlier in the week who was feeding, and he had a bunch of sea lions with him, or her, I don't know, he or her. But I'm always crossing my fingers, you know. Had a whale come through once when I was filming last summer. I don't know if you guys have watched that video, but it's for uneven hips, and I clearly indicate there's a humpback that comes through. I was so excited, I almost cried. Good, last one here, perfect. Now from here, palms face each other, reach it up, reach it down. Now spread the shoulder blades apart as if you want to tap the wall in front of you. Arms stay straight, draw the shoulder blades together, reach it up without shrugging to the ears, reach it down, reach it forward, reach it back, reach it up, reach it down, forward and back. Beautiful. Up, down, forward and back. So that forward and back movement of the arms is coming from just the shoulder blades spreading apart and then drawing together. Reaching up as I keep the shoulder blades together, bring it down, forward, back, up, together. So this concept of drawing the shoulder blades together is going to be something we're going to revisit today, because we're going to focus on stabilizing our shoulder blades. A lot of the times when we try to reach our arms overhead, what we'll typically do is shrug our shoulders up. So can you keep the shoulder blades kind of as if you want to bring them not necessarily down to the back pocket, but bringing them like down your back, but more than anything, focusing on bringing them closer to each other, kind of like you're tightening a corset. I don't know why that analogy always comes to mind for me. Maybe I should talk about shoelaces. That would make a lot more sense. I guess I've been having a lot of really interesting conversations with my wonderful friend Jess, who is a historical costume, I don't even want to call her an amateur, because she's really, I mean, amateur means lover in French, but I know sometimes for us in English, we'll talk about it as being someone who's a beginner. She is not a beginner. She's an incredible seamstress. She makes beautiful things. And lately, the analogy of the corset's been stuck in my head. Anyway, last one here. Fun tidbit about me, because y'all wanted to know, right? Not that you did. Gorgeous. So now that our shoulders are nice and warm, let's grab a seat, and let me just unzip because I'm toasting up a little. We're going to grab a seat and we're going to sit nice and tall on the sits bones. So can we avoid being in this kind of rounded low back position, but rather sitting super, super tall, nice flat low back? If you wanted to, you could even sit against a wall or a couch, something to help create that flatness in the low back. Eventually, over time, the goal is to have sufficient core control that we can create that posture on our own. But if right now you're just kind of figuring it out, I, for the longest time, had a really bad bulge here because there was a weakness in my low core. No matter how much I worked out, no matter how much pull I did, it was just a problem that I could not fix until I started doing Pilates and teaching it. So, you know, we work with what we got. So let's sit nice and tall. I'm going to hold my resistance band in my right hand. Now my elbow is going to be at shoulder level and not necessarily in line with the shoulder, but just a teensy bit in front. I'm going to hold the upper arm totally stable. I'm not going to move it. The only thing I'm going to do is rotate upon the axis of the upper arm, okay? So what I'm not doing is moving my whole arm. I'm not pulling it back. Make sure your elbow is just like maybe an inch in front of the shoulder. And then we're just going to rotate up, rotate down. Beautiful. So as we exhale, we bring it up. We inhale, we bring it down. Now the beauty of your flat resistance band is that you can adjust the resistance based on what you feel like you need. And if you're not using a flat band, it's all good. You can just hold your weight in your hand or have your wrist weight on, whatever works for you. But can you focus on stabilizing the shoulder blade? And it's just that upper arm that is twisting. Okay, notice if you see me from this angle here, I'm not dropping my elbow. I know I have a few layers on today, but my elbow is in line with my shoulder. And just drawing a bit of awareness to your wrist. We don't want to be doing any funny stuff. Keep your wrist in line with your forearm. Beautiful. So keeping it going, I exhale up, I inhale down. Now I find these to get quite spicy quite fast. Also depends on what resistance your band might be. I find my shoulders fatigue quite easily, which always surprises me being an aerialist, but hey, you know what? It just goes to show there's always more that you can strengthen. I've also been resting my body for the last while because I've had some problems with my elbows. Fun times, wanting to do all the things when your body's like, no, girl, I don't think so. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. The important thing is you listen to yourself. Good. Can you give me 5 more? Now we're still thinking of drawing those shoulder blades together behind us for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Beautiful. We're going to switch sides here. So we sit nice and tall. My elbow is shoulder level. Elbow is bent at roughly 90 degrees, and I'm just rotating that upper arm. Good. I'm going to spin myself around so you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll actually just ditch a couple layers here, but you guys keep going with that, and I will join you presently. Beauty. So we're here. We rotate up and down, up and down, up and down. Beautiful. So I'm not dropping the elbow. I'm adjusting my resistance according to what my body is telling me. We want to feel the muscles working. We don't want to feel sharp pinching sensations in the actual joint itself, okay? You're always better off to level down, go down in resistance, drop your weight, even just go body weight. I honestly find sometimes that's more than enough. Beautiful work. And while we do this, can we think about what's happening with our ribs? We're not flaring our ribs forward. We're drawing the ribs in, sitting tall on our sits bones. Gorgeous. Can you give me 5, 4, excuse me, 3, burping into my mic, how lovely, for 2, for 1, we're all friends here, right? Good, and shaking it out, lovely. Perfect, good. So from here, we're gonna actually have a lay on our belly. So I will move this guy just right here. Now, when I'm face down, I'm going to make sure that my kneecaps aren't resting on the floor. I'm driving my toes into the floor, actively lifting my thighs off the ground, keeping my quads engaged. And I'm going to gently press my pubic bone into the floor, okay? If you try this right now at home, if you just kind of relax and even let your thighs relax into the ground, you might start to notice you kind of get into your low back a little bit. So try pressing your toes to the ground. Squeeze your thighs, lift your kneecaps off, and then press your pubic bone down as if you're like scooping your pelvis into the beach or the floor or whatever, the mat beneath you. This should help you activate more through the glutes and the low belly and stay out of your low back, which is really important. Now, from here, I'm going to have my band between my hands, and I'm just going to rest my forehead on the floor. I'm going to make sure that I'm drawing my shoulder blades down and together behind me so that I'm not shrugging up to my ears. And I'm just going to start, I'm actually going to flip my grip here for a second. So I'm thumbs to the sky. And I'm going to reach up and down. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Beautiful. My quads are engaged. They're lifted off the floor. Perfect. I'm pressing my pubic bone into the ground. I'm drawing the belly button up to the back of the heart space. Gorgeous, keeping it going. And I'm keeping a little bit of resistance in my band. So I'm not letting my band go totally slack here. Good. Right now my arms are parallel, making the number 11. That might be a little bit of a struggle for you, depending on how tight your shoulders are. This is always a tough one for me. So if you need to, you can always just drop your band and literally just go thumbs to the sky. Thumbs to the sky. And you might notice that your range of motion might be quite small, and that is totally okay. Again, just depends on how tight you are, how strong you are. But instead of trying to like shrug your shoulders up and just get your hands as high, can you focus on drawing those shoulder blades down your back, keeping your elbows straight, keeping space for your neck, and wherever you get, and it's all good. Beautiful. From here, we're going to widen our grip just a little. So we're now making a Y shape or a V shape with our hands. Thumbs are still to the sky, palms still face each other. I start to lift, I come down. I lift, I come down. Now we're pressing our pubic bone into the ground. We're drawing our belly button up and away from the floor. Good. My toes are firmly rooted to the floor. My quads are still active. Focusing on drawing those shoulder blades together. Beautiful work. I don't know about you guys, but my upper back is already on fire. And that beautiful warm sun is making me very, very warm. Good job. Guess I picked a good day to wear all black, hey? Can you give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to drop our band. So from here, my fingertips are going to come to the backs of my ears. My quads are going to stay active. My knees are staying lifted. Pubic bone still pressed to the floor. I'm going to take a deep inhale. Now, as I exhale, I'm going to lift my elbows as if I want to tap the sky, tap the floor as I inhale. Tap the sky, tap the floor as I inhale. Tap the sky. Beautiful. So exhale every time you lift. Inhale every time you come down. Good. We're engaging through the belly. I know it can be really tempting to just relax the core when we're laying down, but can you stay active through the midsection? Can you keep drawing that belly button up to the back of the heart space? Pressing that pubic bone into the ground. Gorgeous work. Excellent. Can you give me 10? 9. Now, of course, you can do this with your weights in your hand if you like, but can you really focus for 7 on drawing those shoulder blades together every time you lift the elbows? Give me 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beauty. From here, my arms are going to be out by my side. Now, I'm going to start by facing my palms to the ground, and then I'm going to rotate palms in towards me as if my thumbs want to touch my legs, reaching up. So my shoulders are rolling kind of forward here. Now, I'm going to take a deep inhale, and as I exhale, I'm going to start to lift the chest, rotate from the shoulder capsule, not necessarily the arm, but the actual shoulder joint, to turn my palms out, thumbs are up. Inhale, I roll it down, tap my forehead. Exhale, bringing it up. Beautiful work. Now my fingers are reaching down towards my heels. My knees are still lifted. My quads are still active. I'm still pressing that pubic bone down into the floor. I'm thinking of drawing those shoulder blades together every time I'm lifting and every time I'm rotating. Now, when you do this, you will probably feel your low back engage because, of course, it's all connected. But can we try to lengthen our low back? So if you look this way for just a brief minute, try to stay out of this section of your back. Try to press your pubic bone down a bit more to keep your quads engaged and make the lift happen from the upper back. So the way I think of it is if I have 2 little flashlights at the base of my shoulder blades right now, they're pointing towards my heels. As I lift the chest, I open through the collarbones and I'm trying to point them down towards the mat. Okay, so it's my upper spine that is creating the movement. This is what we call thoracic spine extension because your thoracic spine is more this upper part, and extension is this beautiful opening position. Now with my eye gaze, I'm not looking out in front. I'm keeping my neck in line with the rest of my spine. My eye gaze is just looking down at the mat. And the rotation is really coming from the shoulder capsule itself, okay? Really focusing on drawing those shoulder blades together behind you. Beautiful work. You're doing so good. Quads are strong. Our posture is going to feel so good after this. Beautiful. Can you give me 10? 9, 8, 7. Moving slow and controlled. Moving intentionally for 6. Can you focus on precision in your movement for 5? So keep engaging through the belly, drawing that belly button to the back of the heart for 3, 2, And 1. Beautiful work. Good. So let's push it up and back for a little child's pose. Reaching our arms nice and long here. If you want to add a very gentle wiggle side to side. So this was just a short video just to help you guys get a couple of exercises into your repertoire. This is something you can also recreate if you're working or something at a computer. My job, sometimes I spend some time at a desk, so I like to do stuff like this just to help loosen everything up. If you don't have ability to lay down, what you can also do if you have an office or whatever, you can literally stand toes against the wall, resting your forehead or not, keeping your forehead, like a little space off the wall, but then just working on bringing your hand off the wall in front of you, if that makes sense, if the wall's in front of you, and then coming out into a V shape. You can even do it as a T, which we did not do today, but lots of variations you can do. So let's do a really quick stretch for our back. We're gonna have our hips over our knees, walking our hands forward. I'm gonna thread one arm through, come all the way down, and then my opposite hand pushes to try to stack the shoulders. So good. Other side. And of course, you're always welcome to hold the stretches for as long as you like. If you find you want a deeper stretch than what I'm doing in our video together, feel free to pause it, listen to your music, and just vibe. Gorgeous. We're going to very quickly finish with a nice stretch for that space between our shoulder blades. So we're going to cactus our arms. Inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to bring my arms together, and imagine you want to connect your elbow and your pinkies together. If this is as far as you can go, then stay there. If instead you have a bit more mobility, we're going to cross one elbow above the other. Maybe you want to press your hands together, or if you can, interlace the whole way. Regardless of the variation you've chosen, we're going to push our forearms away from us. As we inhale, we're going to start to reach it up, gentle back bend. Exhale, draw the elbows down, round through the upper back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. Release. Other side. Press your forearms away from you. Inhale, start to reach the fingers up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up, gentle back bend, puffing the chest. Exhale, gently rounding through the spine as I bring my elbows down. One more. Good. And we release. Beautiful work today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have the best day. Okay. It's going to be fine.